Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and we're going to do an egg cutting today, showing you a bunch of recessive babies. No, we're not going to do an egg cutting today. We already did the egg cutting. You can click the link and find that in the description. We're going to actually do a clutch update and show you the babies that we did from the egg cutting, a while back. See, I'm a little bit rattled, but go ahead and click like and subscribe anyway and check out our Patreon. The reason I'm rattled is this is take two. For those of you that know us, we don't do take two. We just turn the camera on, shit rolls out my mouth, and we go with it. However, we were attacked by a massive stinging wasp insect. And this little bastard interrupted our video by going, "Bleh." And actually before the video, I smacked him once, but he didn't die. We thought we'll see him again. And then he came out during the video, back in a small corner where only a smaller guy than me can fit, and Kurt had to murderate him with a monkey wrench and his boot. So we're back to business. Bye-bye, little dude. And we can show you some babies. Let's start like we always do and show you the parents. So this one was from our lesser ghost. Oh man, this is a cool looking snake. These are cool looking babies. This will give you an idea of how these look as adults, some of them. She is freshly shed out too, just for you. It's like she knew it was photo day. Throw that away. And she looks like she didn't even have babies. Guys, I promise she did. She is just a big beast of a snake. Love this girl. She's been very good to us. She has not laid every year, even at this size, but she has, when she's done a good job, and I'm hoping to be more consistent with her. She's, I think, given us 2 sets of eggs since we've got her, so I can't complain too much. And you can just see, really nice, really large female. She is a lesser ghost. Something's beeping. Is that you or my computer? What's that? We're already on take 2. We're not going to have take 3. We're going to let the cell phone interrupt and just keep on rolling. Let me show you the dad, which is a pastel, super inchy vanilla ghost. For all those who will say that I don't let Kurt put enough inchy and stuff, I want you to think we've had inchy in the last several clutches. So this is it. So pastel, super inchy vanilla ghost. That means the worst thing we can make is a inchy ghost. It's the worst baby we can have, inchy ghost. The best baby we could have would be a pastel, inchy, vanilla, lesser ghost, I think. So, truth be told, when you start playing out many genes, sometimes it's kind of hard to identify. We're going to do our best, but we're going to put this little guy up. He's another one of our smaller breeding males. He is one that we have to give a vacation to during the year too, so he doesn't overwork himself. His year is now complete. Let's go on to showing you the babies. I should also have told you how many eggs we had. I will tell you that when I get back. Really? Well, caught you. I'll get you some more water when I come back too. You need it. So this one is the first of 8. I want to have 9 in a clutch, which we've got some clutches of 9s. Just so you guys know this, for the nerds and all of us, when we have clutch of 9, I am going to at some point say, here is 7 of 9. Isn't she a beautiful girl? Or something like that. You guys know what I'm talking about, for any of you Star Trek fans. This here we believe to be an inchy ghost. Could it be hiding something like vanilla? I guess it could be, but we're just calling it an inchy ghost. So inchy ghost, female, and it is number 1 of 8, not unfortunately 7 of 9. But really cool looking little baby. And I'm going to be watering some of these while we're going through here, so bear with me. And that one is already eaten on its own, everything else, so. Now this one is going to look a lot like the last one, also an inchy ghost. The only difference is the first one was female, the second one is a male. So we've got each of the sexes. I like this one, a little more pink. You can see coming up in there, nice and blushed. If one was going to be hiding that vanilla gene, it'd probably be this one. You can see the head's a little lighter too. As it sheds, we may actually upgrade it, but right now we're going to just call it an inchy ghost. I think you'll see why here in a minute. So this is number 2. A little bit of water for you. Number 3. Turn you off. So this one is what we're going to call an inchy vanilla ghost. It's also a female. You can just see how much it's a little bit lighter overall. The blushing in there is a little bit better. And look at that head. So that's where we're getting the vanilla from. It's just that overall kind of look. It's just a little bit up from the other ones. That's what we think the vanilla is coming into play. What we haven't seen so far is the lesser getting involved at all or the pastel getting involved. Do not worry, we're going to get there. Let me put this one up. And yours is fine. And here's where we're going to get there. So this one, and I really like the look of this one. This is a cool looking snake, y'all. It truly, truly is. This is what we're calling a pastel inchy ghost. Now look at how nice that head is. You could have some vanilla influence going on in there too. But we know we got pastel, we know we got inchy, we know we got ghost. So usually when we have a bunch of genes like this going around, stupid flies, we dealt with a rack that had the heat cable fry out. That's what you saw in our last video that caused one of our babies to try to regurge and not be able to do so and pass. So we had to move everything, and there was a lot of rats that didn't get eaten, so that's where all that's coming from. Anyway, back to this. Pastel inchy ghost female, really, really nice, really good looking snake. Just really awesome. So I like the snake. Believe it or not, this is probably the first pastel ghost anything I think I've ever made. Seems crazy, I know, but we just had never been very lucky on that. And now we're going to really start getting the screamers out. I really, really like this clutch a lot. This we believe to be an inchy vanilla lesser ghost. So how are we getting that? Where's all that coming? Again, the inchy in the ghost is guaranteed. Lesser is something that should be really easy for most of you to see. It's very easy for me to see. You can just see how it kind of fades. The lesser is pretty obvious. You can look at that head stamp right there. I don't think pastel's in this, but I do think the vanilla is probably in this. So we have this listed as inchy vanilla lesser ghost. It is a female. It is pretty awesome. I just love the color and the pattern there. Just a really cool looking snake, man. I really dig this one. Where did I pull you out of here? Yeah, right there. Whoop. Now, this is a neat looking snake as well. But what we're looking at here is all of that. But look how different the head is. The head doesn't have that big whited blushed out mark. So we think here we're missing the vanilla and we're just seeing an inchy lesser ghost. So we don't think we've got the vanilla in this one. Just inchy lesser ghost still makes for a very, very nice snake. I like the colors. You can see the color's a little bit different. The pattern's a little bit different. This would be one of those that if I didn't use a super inchy, I would have probably had maybe a hard time calling the inchy, because the way I spot inchy is usually the pattern crossing. I've got some of that, but not as much as I'd normally like to see. So this is actually an inchy that I may have missed calling an inchy because of how I spot it. I'm sure there's others who spot inchy a different way, but oh, that's inchy all day long. I wouldn't have necessarily made that call. However, we used the super inchy, so guess what? It's inchy. Has to be, no way around it. Definitely inchy in there. So put that back up. All right, now we're going to start getting into some really cool stuff. So this one here is inchy lesser pastel vanilla ghost. So we do believe that this has everything. It is a female. Look at the head. You can see the head's got the pastel blushing. It's got some of that other marking for vanilla. The inchy is pretty obvious. The lesser is obvious. So we think this is a whole enchilada. Pretty cool looking snake. This one is a female. And again, this is not earth-shattering animals. When you look at like, oh, are we pushing the envelope with some new combination that you've never seen before? Well, I don't know if you've seen that. There's not a lot of these running around out there. But these are all basic genes that anybody can go buy and anybody can go play with. And you can make the most awesome looking stuff with it. And sometimes I think this kind of animal gets forgotten about because we're all up in arms trying to make this clown or make these desert ghost combos and all trying to make this snake because of the monetary value. Well, that's great, But sometimes you got to remember why you really got into it. And if all you got into was a stacked dollar bills, I think personally you're into it for the wrong reason. Money's there. You can make money. I don't begrudge anybody making money. But this is a gorgeous animal. And even though it may not be an animal that's going to be thousands of dollars, this is an animal that when I look at, man, I'm proud I made this. I'm proud I chose that combination. I'm proud it worked out this way. I'm proud this animal hatched out. I'm proud of the example that it is. And I'm very, very excited about what I'm doing, even though this isn't multi-thousands of dollars. Nowhere near it. Just cool. And cool sometimes is where it's at, right? I think. That's just me. Call me crazy. And you should probably go right back there. Oh, nope, not right there. Here. Did I miss one there? Nope, it's right here. The last one. Whew. Now the last one is pretty much the same as the other one, except for the head on this one is even more blushed out. But we do think this has got everything as well. I am even more confident in this having everything. That other one could be lacking possibly one of the genes like vanilla. This one I'm pretty sure it's all there. But this one is a male, so there's that. We probably won't be keeping it because of that. But it is a really, really awesome animal. And again, just the overall beauty of this. You put this on a table for sale at a show at a nice competitive price, this animal will sell all day long. If I put it on Morph Market, somebody's cruising and just looking for cool shit or looking at my store, if I had a store on Morph Market, I have an account, never had to use a store, it'll sell. I think when I post up on our Patreon page, I'm pretty sure it's going to sell. What it won't do, and this is where I think the market kind of gets why I like shows, is if I post this up on Morph Market, is this going to be a combination of specific genes that somebody's out there looking for? Maybe not. They're not. This isn't going to be I'm entering in this clown combo. Da, 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 da. It's not going to be that. But if it's on a table at a show, it's going to move, because when you see that animal is more beautiful than a lot of animals costing 5 times as much. It's just clean. It's pretty. It's a great combination of the genes, and you get a lot of genes, a lot of bang for your buck, and they're actually with the amount of genes you do have. So that is our last animal to show. Kurt, do you have anything you want to add or any questions?
This is probably one of my favorite clutches so far this year.
This is probably one of mine. I think that's the most words you've said in a video this year, too, unless I made you do it. So what makes one of your favorites? I want to hear, because, I got a few ideas.
Just the ghost combinations.
Yeah, so I like Ghost. I think Ghost gets forgotten about. It's an older recessive. It's been around probably longer than any other recessive except for maybe, say, albino. So it kind of gets kicked to the wayside. It's just a hypo, ain't no big deal. And it's also in every known reptile, it seems like, has a hypo form. But again, sometimes we're like a little kid soccer team in this hobby. You ever go watch little kids soccer, what'll happen is the ball gets kicked and this entire group of people runs to the ball. And they're all in this big group by the ball. Then the ball gets kicked and we all run over there. And that's kind of how the reptile hobby, at least the ball python hobby, acts. I would say other ones, not as much. But in the ball python industry, we do that. And it's like, oh, the ball's kicked and it's over with clown. Everybody goes, oh my God, they have to run and go on clown. And then it gets kicked and now it's over with red stripe. And we all got to go over to red stripe. And now it's going to get kicked and be with something else. And we're all going to run over there. That's great. You can do that to an extent. But I'm with Kurt. This is one of my favorite clutches, minus the axanthic stuff. I love how these animals came out. This is why I got into it. Making something beautiful like this that I can open the tub and go, ooh, man, I like to watch grow. It just is a cool looking snake that would have blown my mind when I first got into it. So don't be on that little kid soccer team. That's what I'm going to tell you. Watch from the bench, watch from the side, go play a little bit with what you really like. But sometimes you should be the guy who's over there, so when the ball gets kicked, you're ready to score the goal. You don't have to run with the pack all the time. Do what makes you happy. Be your own individual a little bit. And maybe it'll be like you. You'll see this is your favorite clutch too. Or maybe you'll be like Kurt. Instead of be like Mike, be like Kurt. Make your favorite clutch, even if it's not a clown, desert, ghost, cryptic, whatever. Which, by the way, are all genes we have. It's not I'm against those. It's just, I really like this stuff. Anything else you want to add, Kurt?
No.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.